As players progress through Fallout 76, one thing they find themselves lacking on eventually is ammo, and we can create our own ammo if we've got a steady supply of lead and steel. Now, believe it or not, the game is chock-a-block with lead if you know where to look. So in this video, we're going to look at a few different locations, some probably well known, others not well known at all, that you can jump on and grab some lead nice and quick, save it all up and convert it to ammo to see you through the day, week or whatever. Let's get into it. First on our list is the Penitentiary. It's known, but I don't think it's too well known. It's not used that often. When I come here on a public server, the lead is there, or a lot of the time it's there, meaning, you know, unlike some of the more well-known locations, you go there, the lead's not there because someone's already taken it. Anyway, we're going to head down the left side of the Penitentiary. Now, actually, these thingy bobs here as well, these chimes, these can chimes, these break down into lead and steel, so you always want to grab those. And inside the Penitentiary itself, there's loads of them. So when you're done picking up the lead here, please, by all means, go into the Penitentiary, grab all the cans you can that are hanging around the place. Anyway, for what we're looking for here, we're looking for weights. So just follow the path I took until you end up in the yard. Look at all these weights. You're definitely, most likely definitely, going to be over encumbered when you pick them up. This is some heavy stuff, but they all convert into pure steel. You're going to get a lot of lead from this. So if you come to the Penitentiary and these are here, grab them, break them down to lead, and that's going to do you the whole day. Now, if they're not there, that means somebody's already picked them up on your server, and it sucks. You can jump server by quitting and starting the game again, hoping you're on a different server, and hoping that someone's not picked them up yet. Let's break these down real quick. So here's what I grabbed, the tin cans and everything else. I got 60 lead and 18 steel out of that. Not a bad bounty at all, guys. Next, we're going to go up to the Palace of the Winding Path. There's a bit of a weight room there as well. So right now, clearly our theme is we're going after weights. So just follow my path as I come in from the spawn point. I'm kind of heading over towards the right here, and then I stick to this path and I follow it around as it goes around to the right, then back up here, and I'm going to head in the store here, hang a left to this employees only area, and then hold a straight line all the way through. And just to the left of where the stairs go down there are some weights. Again, you can grab these, you can break them down to lead, and this will certainly help you. And again, if they're not there, it means someone's already picked them up. The beautiful thing if you have your own private server with First is they'll always be there. Let's go to the water treatment plant next. We're doing this in no particular order, by the way. So this is where you'll spawn at the water treatment plant. We're just going to cross the bridge here. I'm going to go through this door because why not? And we're going to hang a left here. And then under this kind of tarp, we have 40 pounds of dumbbells. Not the best find in the world, but these ones aren't picked as often as the bigger locations. So if you jump to the smaller locations and grab those, you'll get yourself a nice big haul as well if you're doing this on public. Next up is Whitesprings. You have to go to this exact location I'm at here, and you'll find yourself looking at this little building. Just head inside. It's not as easy as just head inside. Kill anything that's around like I have. And we want to go into this room here, and under the bed is another dumbbell. So it's a 20-pound dumbbell. If you've done this in the previous, you're already up to 60 pounds. You see how this starts building up nice and fast. The lodge is next. By the way, the lodge is a well-known location. It's the first location I think we all learn about. It's the location I try again and have been ever since I started playing Fallout, and there's never anything there. Because, of course, everyone and their mother comes here to grab the weights. But still worth a check nonetheless, especially if you're on early in the morning. Otherwise, if you're on a private server, they'll be here. If you don't have Fallout First and someone on your friends list is playing and the server is open, jump in. Just jump in and go grab all the weights. Most likely they're not playing for weights. So you might be able to get the lead that way. Let's have a look at Charleston real quick. There is a pretty good location here in Charleston that I don't think is well known. The lead is always here when I make my way here. I'm just going to head towards this little structure here in the middle of everything. It's got a keep out sign. My advice there is ignore that and make your way up. And where are you? Down there by the bed, we have some weights. So we've got two 20-pound dumbbells and two 5-pound weights. That's not a bad haul at all. Next is the Charleston Fire Department. This is another well-known location. After you found out about the lodge, or after you find out about the lodge when you start playing 76, this is another one of those locations you'll be told about in passing through chatting with people, reading forums. I think pretty much everyone knows about this location. If you don't, you do now, because I've told you about it. You just come in the front door, open this door, turn right, and you're in the weight room. There is a lot of lead to be had here, a lot. You are going to be over encumbered. Thankfully, there are workbenches in this building as well, so as soon as you've picked up all the lead, you can go to the workbenches and you can scrap it. Scrap the weights down to lead. Piece of cake. Now, as I said, if you're a Fallout First member, one thing I like to do is I like to park my survival tent just outside, and once I've broken all the lead down, I can just go and pop it into my Fallout First stash. And that's the lead. That's lead I don't have to worry about weighing me down. The kill box is something I didn't know about. I started doing this the past few days, and the lead has always been there on every server. I don't know if this is that well known at all. You just got to follow my path as you spawn into the kill box. We're going to go up these steps here. This is an odd way to get there, by the way, but it's the one that I memorized. So that was a bad run at those steps. This is the way that I memorized, so this is the way I'll show you. And just as we come down here, we're going to jump that down on this galvanized shed here and just come inside, and we have a bunch of weights here. So that's some good lead right there, let's be honest. Next up is the Sludge Works, and again, like the kill box, the Sludge Works, from what I can tell, is not that well known at all. So this is definitely worth checking out. So we're just going to come in the main gate. There will be some people here to kill them, and then under the dumbass storage sign, there's a blast of weights here as well. So just grab them. Try not to miss any if they're there. If they're not there, as I've said, jump server. You'll appear right outside here again. If it's got enemies in it again, then you know you're on a new server. And go nuts. Another location, sort of known, is Hornwright Estate. It's visited by quite a lot of people, but I don't think it's as known as some of the other ones. You just want to head inside. You will need the Hornwright Estate keycard to get in. Once you're come up on the elevator, take a left out, up these steps, then take a right and a right, like that, in this door here. And you see there's a blast of weights here as well. One is spawned really funny here on the left, but we can grab it. There's a weight there. There's one on top here. And I think we have some over here on the floor as well. Goody. Oh, one more. We can't take those ones for some reason. It sucks. Now that's a pretty good haul. Let's have a look at the Mountainside Bed and Breakfast. This isn't a big one by any means of the imagination, but there is some lead here. I mean, if you're jumping around farming the smaller ones, this is a nice, easy location to access. If you happen to be in the area anyway, certainly worth picking up every time you pass by. It's down in the basement, and there's two 20 pounds right there. So you can go and scrap those nice and fast. That's plenty of lead right there. It'll certainly help you out when you're creating ammunition. Another one I found by accident was the Monorail Elevator. I found out through forums and whatnot, it has been discussed about a year ago, so it is known. It is not well known. I thought I discovered this myself when I was off searching for bubblegum. So I wanted to see if it was actually known or not, but the fact it had been discussed on a forum before suggests some people do know about it, but it's not really out there. So you just follow my path, and yeah, there's quite a few weights there. You're definitely going to be over encumbered from this. Totally worth it though. You're definitely going to get quite a bit of lead out of that, resulting in quite a bit of ammunition out of that, if ammunition is your goal. If your goal is to sell lead out of your machines, that works as well. Bulk it up by all means. I would suggest selling ammo instead. Site Charlie, Site Bravo, and Site Alpha are the 3 locations where you launch nukes. To access them, you will have to at least have reached the I Am Become Death quest with the Enclave. Now, provided you have, you can access these silos without going to launch a nuke, without having the code, without having the keycard. The hand scanner alone will let you down because you are now a general. Once you arrive, just a nice straight line, bunks mess hall, you go straight through to the bunks room, straight through again, and there's a weight room here. Now, a lot of this is just decoration, but there are different weights you'll find. They're identical in each location I found. So we'll grab that, we'll grab this here. You have these two, you're going to be like overloaded with lead. Just gotta kind of duck down here to get these. And we've got these two here, but we're not done. Across the room here, we've got more. There is a turret that you'll be in range of that I forgot about here. Just going to have to take that out nice and fast and complete your pickup. And as I said, we'll look at sites Bravo and Alpha as well, but the layout is identical. Next up is Camp Venture. Camp Venture is another one of those small locations. If you're doing a run on all the smaller ones, because you're finding that the bigger locations have all been raided already, then add this to your list. Because if you go and raid all the smaller locations that don't have that much in terms of weights, by the time you're done, you will have the equivalent of 2 of the larger locations. So certainly worth going for the pickings that other people have left behind. I always take adhesive when I find it, by the way. That's what I'm up to there. So there's a 5 and a 10. And if I'm not mistaken, on the other side of the room, there is more lead as well. But I'm always on the lookout for adhesive, especially now that I've started rolling Secret Service armor. Oh, microscope has some lead in it. Sweet. And where are you? Here. There's the other one under the bed. And that's a 20. So that's 35 pounds there. Next is Site Alpha. So Site Alpha is just like we discussed there a minute ago. The layout is exactly the same. The requirement is the same. You must have reached, you don't have to have completed it, but you must have reached the mission I Am Become Death with the Enclave. If you've got that mission active or complete, that means you are a general, and general rank can access these silos. So layout's the same through to the bunks, and from the bunks straight through again. And I think you'll agree with me, the layout is for the most part, in terms of where all the different weights are, more or less identical. You've got these ones in the corner here. You've got the ones below that you need to duck down for. Oh, nearly missed that one. You've got the ones here on the table, and you've got the ones across over here where that turret tries to take me out there. Brilliant. Let's get Site Bravo out of the way as well, for laughs and giggles. So, same conditions once again. To access it, same conditions. That's what I mean by same conditions. In order to get in here, in order for the hand scanner to work. And again, the same layout. And you don't need to progress in here. You just need to come into the silo, go through the bunks room, kill anything. We're going to go get that turret now before, yep. Pick up the lead and then make your way back out. You don't need to proceed with any mission. You're not trapped in here. The elevator will let you back up, so you're flying. So we're just going to grab the rest of these here now. We seem to be doing pretty well in terms of it's showing us as been hidden now, which is nice. Grab these. This is a lot of lead, by the way. Next up is Vault-Tec University. Now, Vault-Tec University actually has two different locations where you'll find weights. Two different workout areas, we'll say. So first and foremost, I'm going to go into, we'll call it the main building, the one in the center. When you're inside, just go in and turn right. And the last door on your left has a little kind of a workout area here. And while you can't take the big ones because they're all just for show, you can certainly grab the weights that are on the floor. Like so. There's some more behind this bench here. And finally, over there, we have two more. Sticking with this location, but instead of going into the main building, I'm going to go left this time and go into this side building. And that's what I want to do is I want to access the vault, the test vault, the secret vault underneath the university. Now you can access this from any of the buildings. I just went with the left one. It's the one, it's the first, I guess it's the first time I visited the test vault. This is the way I came, and now this is the way I always come to access it. I don't know why. Anywho, whichever way you choose to access it, once you get down into the vault, the test vault, which we are now, you just want to head down to the lower level. And just over here, again, you have a workout area. And to the left here, we have some weights. That was an 80 pound. There's 20, there's a 5, there's a 25, and there's a 20. Again, not bad going at all. Alright, we got to look at Clarksburg now. We're going to switch things up a bit. Clarksburg does not have a gym. But let's have a look at what it does have. What Clarksburg does have, if you follow my lead here, from the spawn point, this is where I spawned in, what it does have is some paint cans, or paint tins, paint cans. They have lead in them. There's different types of paint cans. There's empty ones, which have steel, and there's full ones, which have lead, 5 lead a pop. So, this yellow one, that's 5, that's 10 lead, 15, 20, 25 lead right there. That is absolutely fantastic. There's one more we can get to bring our total here to 30. So I just left and I turned left when I came out the door, all the way down past the bus there, hang a left again, hang a left once more, and we're going to go up this, I guess, fire escape type thing. And we'll just follow it up in here. And there's another paint can there. So that's 30. There's an empty one here. Grab the empties anyway. You need the steel. Black Bear Lodge is next. Now again, not a gym. I'm visiting this location and the next few for paint cans. Because again, people chase the gym stuff, but there are locations that will give you a decent payout with paint cans. So there's 5. And then we have these aluminium cans and tin cans. You know, those have lead in them as well. So that's 7. And that one was empty, which is just steel. And we're going to go up here now. Try to get my bearings. We'll come through here. And this is rat poison. Rat poison has 5 lead as well. We'll get these cans. Can, aluminium can, tin can. They all have lead in them. Grab them all. Next up is the Munitions Factory. Funny enough, because we're talking about ammo, right? Yes, this is where you would go to create ammo. But being a workshop, open to PvP assault and whatnot, another reason you can drop by and visit real quick, regardless of if you've taken the workshop or if you're visiting or whatever, is there are some paint cans around. So if you happen to be here anyway, it's great. If you're farming for lead, there's one. then yeah, this is a nice spot to drop by real quick to score yourself. I think there's 4 paint cans, so it would be 20 lead plus some steel. And if you have the ammo machine working there for you as well, it'll be spitting out ammo for you left, right, and center. Plus, you'll have walked away with a cool 20 lead. So that one's empty, but underneath there's a full one. That's another 5. We're going to take a massive jump there. We would have looked totally cool, I'm sure, from a third-party perspective. And we're going to go in here. And we'll make our way down. And there's some blue paint there. And also some empty cans. The Pioneer Scout Lookout is a location where you'll find some paint cans. By some paint cans, of course, I mean lead. And by lead, I mean bullets or caps, depending on, I guess, why you're farming lead to begin with. But this is basically how you would farm lead, right? You would jump from location to location. If you're on, as I said, Fallout first, if you have a private server or your friend does and you're on theirs, grab all of these. You will be swimming in lead by the time we're done with this. Absolutely swimming. And then switch to the public server. There's some aluminium cans there as well. We don't want to miss those. Switch to the public server. Do it again. Maybe some of these locations haven't been picked on the server that you're on. There we go. Oh, when I say do it again on a public server, for anything that's been picked on the private server. Just to be really clear on that, actually, because that can be confusing. Hang on, we're just going to go down here. Just follow along, because there is another one to get our hands on. But once you pick something up, public or private, there's like 24-hour wait before you can pick it up again. It won't appear for you. So if it doesn't appear on the private server for you, and it might appear in the public, absolutely. But once you've picked it up on either server, you won't be able to pick it up again. So next we're moving to Dolly Sods Wilderness. So with Dolly Sods, what we're going to be focusing more on here, what would be getting more lead out of here, is going to be rat poison, believe it or not. So there's a paint can here in the shop. There's another one. And then some toys actually have lead in them. So that's why I've equipped the Seeker thingy bob that shows the magnifying glass if it has lead in it or not, like this rat poison does. There's quite a bit of rat poison around here. Glue, I'm just taking glue because I need glue when I see glue. My apologies if that's confusing. Another rat poison there. And then I'm going to head outside and I'm going to just quickly sprint towards that house there. So it's still in the Dolly Sods region. And the thing is, there's more paint here, just at the door. So there is an empty paint can and a full one. So steel, lead. All right, next is the repair yard. There's quite a little bit to do here. As you can see from that, I died here in my first attempt cleaning it out. That sucked. Please don't do that. And as soon as we run in, we're going to come right in here. And over here on the left, we have 1, 2 paint cans. We also have a tin can here. So we might as well grab that. There's going to be lead in it. We're here for lead, so why wouldn't we? Alright, so we're going to go back onto the track here real quick. I'm heading for this broken down house right here. I'm actually heading past it into its little shed. And there's a paint can there. One there. And we got an empty, but that's fine. We don't mind an empty. Now we want to head towards Lost Home next. So just south from where we are for the most part. Try not to fall and look stupid like I just did. Alrighty. So when we get down here, just going to have a quick look around. Behind this dude, there's some paint. Move. Thank you. So there's a paint can there. Luckily, I actually got a bobblehead there as well. Nice. Which for some reason triggered a drop for a 1-star armor piece. Not sure why that was, but anyway. And then from Lost Home, what I'm going to do now is head towards the waypoint I've just set. And it's just a tad bit south where my marker is now. Not my waypoint, but my marker. That's where I'm heading towards, just south of my marker. There's a whole location there that isn't on the map. Funny enough. So we're nearly there now. So it's more or less east. Now we're going to know that we're there because it looks something like this. I'm going to hang out here by what looks to be like a barn with a tractor outside. And then once I'm looking at that barn, I'll just turn left here real quick and come over here. And inside this little, we'll call it a paint shed, there's some paint. There's also some tin cans. And for me, there's some glue. Brilliant. I do like collecting glue. So here are the cans. So there's an empty, a full, and a full. So in this area, we're not doing too bad. West-Tec Research Center is next. If you've not been here yet, you'll be visiting this location quite a lot. And if you have, I don't know if you know that there's quite a few paint cans on offer here as well. So when you're making your rounds here, be it legendary hunting or XP farming, it's worth taking a quick trip upstairs as well. So you just kind of follow my path to get there. And, alright, we're up. So when we're up, we're just going to run to the end here and hang a left and kind of jump up here, like so, onto this section. And there's a fire over here, or a cooking station. And there's also 1 can of paint. But fear not, I didn't drag you all the way up for 1 can. Let's go towards these boxes here against the wall, use them to jump up and over. And this is where the artistes used to hang out. There's lots of empties. Well, there's a few empties. There's lots of fulls. And every time you pick up a full one, that's 5 lead, guys. 5 lead. Lead, lead, lead. Brilliant. The R&G Station. Not in the station per se, but as close as it can be to the point I'm calling it the R&G Station. Just head out the back, like so. A little bit of work to do here. There's 1, 2. We just head inside here as well. There's a battery, and these batteries have they have lead. Next up is the cemetery. Now, the cemetery is pretty good for rat poison. These Mothman cultists are all about rat poison for some reason. I don't get it myself, but, you know, each to their own. So as soon as I come into the cemetery, I'm going to head to this little shack thing up here. We'll just have a quick look at what's going on. We found a paint can. We find an empty. We find another one. Another one, that's 15. 20. That's 20 lead. But we're not done. So we're going to make our way into the headquarters in this region for the Mothman worshippers. And we're going to pick up some rat poison. So the first lot of rat poison is... no, it's down here. Right here. That's another 5. And there's another one. There's another one over here again. So that's 15 lead from the rat poison alone. And there's a final one upstairs. We just make our way up. Over here by the sugar. Sorry, there's 2. Brilliant. That's a score right there, guys. Sunnytop Ski Lanes is next. As soon as you spawn in, take a right. This is more for the cans now, guys. Like you found in the prison, these can chimes do break down into lead. So there's 1, 2, 3. That's 27 cans. Then we'll just make our way inside. And we're going to head down these stairs real quick. And hanging at the bottom, wouldn't you know it, that's 36. Camden Park is another one that's known for these cans. Just to give you an idea real quick, as soon as you go in, you see right in front of us here, there's 2 lots hanging. That's 18 cans straight off the bat. So every time you're passing by here, it's worth a quick look. This is farm to hell, but if you've access to a private server, brilliant, grab them. If not, just keep your eyes out for them. It's 36 cans right there. Now if you just head back out, and what I typically do, I don't know Camden Park off by heart, but there is another location. I just kind of run around the outside looking at all the entranceways, because I'm looking for one that's canned up, so to speak. Not the 2 I just passed. This is taking a while, huh? $45, $54. All right. Next up is the mine. There's a few things we can grab here. Nothing special. So I want to start in this building here. And if I turn around and I look really hard, there's some rat poison. Fantastic, that's 5. What else do we have? Got some paint over here. So that one's empty. 10, 15. There's a battery over here. I forget how much lead is in a battery. I think 2 or 3. I'm not going to count that for that reason. But yeah, by all means, grab the battery. And then head out, and we'll take a left and we'll come in here. There's more rat poison right there. So official count 20. 20 lead out of that. And a tin can is another 1. We could find another tin can. We could combine that with the battery. And we call it 25. But for now, we'll call it 20. Nothing else really there. Skip the next unit and go to the one after. There should be some more rat poison in here. It's 25. There you go. And there's a load more tin cans here as well. Loads more of cans, I should say, which will break down to lead. Not bad. And there's one more location here. It happens to be the next shack, house, mobile home. I'm not sure its official designation. There's some blue paint. Where are you? There's a tin can. And here it is. I knew there was some rat poison here. Now finally, guys, this is the one you should always be doing. The Lucky Hole Mine. When you arrive here, it really helps if you have the excavator power armor. A, it has more carry weight, so you can carry a lot more. And B, you have a bonus for ore that you mine. And what you're doing is you're simply going into the mine here and you're mining different ores. And what we find in Lucky Hole is that lead is plentiful. Lead is absolutely plentiful. Now, you're going to be mining it as an ore. So it's not lead scrap immediately. What you're actually going to have to do later is go to a chemistry bench, combine the lead ore with acid to break it down into regular lead or lead scraps. So you see inside like this, you find these nodes, these mining nodes. I'll show you a few more there real quick. And yeah, what you do is you just kind of click the mining button on them and you get the lead. If I do another video on this specifically, I'll pop it up in the right hand side when I do, but just go in and explore the mine. Every time you see a mining node, just tap it and mine the crap out of it. When you get back, head to a chemistry bench, combine the lead ore with acid, and you'll have lead. A typical run for me, I end up with about 400 ore coming out of it. So by the time I'm done with the super duper cards and all that jazz, get about just over 1,000 lead scrap from a run here. So you should be doing this run daily. If the ore is already gone, then try again on a different server or try it on a friend's Fallout first. Anyway, hopefully these locations have proved some bit useful to you, and that this makes your life a little easier when stocking up on lead, either for that next big fight or to make a bit of cash on the side. If you like the video, please do take a moment to hit that like button and like the video. While a small act to you, it means the world to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, consider a subscription, and a share is always appreciated as well. Guys, thanks once again, and until next time, take it easy. All the best.